Hey everybody, this is Josh from Rennline, and today we're going to be installing the TR11 shifter in this 981 GT4. Let's get started. For our first step, we're going to want to remove the stock shifter by removing the center console. We want to remove these side panels. To remove them, you just want to reach in. There's clips all along the side piece, and they just clip out just like that. Then pull out just like that.
For our next step, we want to remove this trim ring.
To do so, you just pull up, just like that.
Next, we're going to remove the shift knob and boot.
If you reach where the boot is, there's a little twist piece underneath that releases the shift knob. So you twist it.
You pull that up and it comes right off.
Next, we're going to want to use a T25 Torx and remove all of the Torx screws along both sides of this trim. Now that we have the 6 screws removed, we want to remove this center console. To do so, we want to pull back, and then we want to take a Schwaben trim tool and pry right there to release part of the clip. You want to do that on both sides, and that will free up the console to be pulled out. Just like that. Next, we want to remove the electrical connections on the back. This car has 3. You may have more or less depending on your options. For our next step, we want to remove these shifter cables. To do so, push forward and twist at the same time, and that's going to expose the way to release these threads. So what we want to do is we want to take a Sharpie and mark right here at the bottom where your centers are, so you can put your new shifter back in the same location. To get these out, just push them out just like that. Our next step is we want to remove these 4 bolts to pull the shifter out. Just a reminder that this installation is on a 981. On a 991, sometimes there's a clip here with a zip tie that holds the wire that just needs to be clipped for this removal. Now that we have the shifter cables and the screws removed, you just simply have to pull the shifter right out. On this car had a zip tie in the front that was already clipped for the wire in the front. For our next step, we're going to bring the shifter over to the table, and we're going to flip it over, and we're going to pop these shifter connectors off. Grab your preferred pry tool, get it in between, pull downwards, just give it a twist. We're going to reuse these on the other shifter. They come out just like that. For our next step, we want to install these shifter connectors in the same orientation that it came off the stock one. So we're going to take the white short side and we're going to install it on this side until you hear a click. Longer side on the bottom. Those are on there good. Now that you have the shifter linkages attached to the shifter, grab the provided shifter bases and your hardware, and we'll go back into the car and install the shifter. For our next step, we're going to take our shifter base and we're going to install them over the previous shifter hole location. Just like that. The curved end is going to go up. So we'll place that over the holes. We'll take the shifter and very gently place it in position. Just like that. And then we'll use these provided hardware with a 4mm Allen key and tighten everything down. I'm going to use a cross tightening pattern and really snug everything down the best I can. Just like that. For our next step, we're going to want to install the shifter cables back on the linkages. You'll notice the lines you previously drew. This left side is going to be about a 1/4 inch further because we changed the geometry to get a shorter shift. So the estimated distance is about a 1/4 inch, about right there is where you want to reconnect the shifter cables. The right side should stay the same. Just like that. One unique feature of our shifter is it has 3 height adjustments for your desired driving style. To set it, you place it down the hole, and you can lock it, the set screws in the side, to each position, just like that. Now that you have your chassis mount shifter installed, we're going to want to install the rest of the dash back in reverse order. And the last step is you want to install that shift knob and the shift boot back. And you're done. If you like products like this and you want to check out more, check out our website at rennline.com.